Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got lots of people waiting for this live stream, so I'm not going to keep you waiting. All right, I am not like USCIS. I am here for you right now, right this minute. If you got questions, I'm going to answer them for you. And for those folks who are new to the channel, I'm Diego, and my prometida, my fiancée, is Karina, who is from Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela, but she's a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia. She's in Colombia, and we've already gone past 100 days waiting for the MVC welcome letter. 100 days have gone plus. Now I don't count days. Now Karina told me that, so I trust her word. Okay, and so we're waiting for RK1 visa, just like you guys. But it's okay. We're gonna get it. We just gotta wait out this process. Now who do we have? Tesha Sweeney Mumadi. Can somebody from India let me know if there are any slots available for the biometrics? I don't know, and actual appointments so he can log in. Help Teja Sweeney out. Pete B. Oh, look at that. Straight off the bat, I got a Mountain Dew super chat right off the bat from Pete B. Thank you, Pete. In cold Massachusetts, right? Susie Goldemez. Hello, Diego. Well, what's going on, Susie? Jeff Mantalk. Hello, Diego. Whoop slap. Hello, Diego. Well, what's up, guys? And ladies and gentlemen, Diana Figueroa. Hola, Diego. Did you receive your case number? No. I sent an inquiry to the MVC, okay, and they sent me this email saying, we'll notify you when your case is being shipped to the embassy, or words to that effect. Something like that. So that means that it's either still at USCIS or it's at the MVC and they haven't got to it yet. Something like that's where we're at. Jeff Mantuck, look at you, man. High five. We're gonna have some super duper Mountain Dew in the house. And Pete B says it's getting colder. Woof. Well, I can imagine. Here it's cooling down to 87 degrees. So Diana, no, I haven't received anything from the MVC. Cecilia Hema, MVC is frustrating. My fiance and myself, we have been waiting for the MVC letter for almost 2 months. 2 months, that's all. I've gone past 3 months already. Come on now. No tears. You'll get it. Cecilia Gomez, I got NOA 1 December 30th, 2022. When will I get my NOA 2? Well, December 30th. So probably in January of 2024, Cecilia. That's when you'll get it, in January. Hopefully sooner. But you got to remember that December's Christmas, okay? And USCIS celebrate Christmas. So they slow down a little bit. Everybody's going on vacation. They're trying to figure out their vacation time. Okay, I want this week off. Okay, you got this week off. Teja Sweeney is talking to Cecilia Hema Evans Datnagai. Hello, Diego. We're waiting to get an opening for the interview date, yet my question is, will the receipt for the DS-160 expire since I haven't been able to schedule an interview? No, as long as you've printed it and sent it to the embassy. If you have filled out your DS-160, you print the confirmation page, and you submitted it to the embassy, you're good. That's not your fault. The embassy's slow in processing interviews. Not your fault. You've done what you have supposed to do. So you're good. Haja Elban, hey Diego, I used to always watch your live and happy, but today I'm not. Please pray for Morocco. I'm asking all people to pray for my country. Yeah, Haja, you had a terrible, terrible earthquake in Morocco. Over 2,000 people were killed. Okay? We had a massive earthquake in Bogota, Colombia. One person was killed. There was a massive, massive earthquake in Syria and Turkey, on the border of Syria and Turkey. So we're getting earthquakes all over the place. I'm wondering I'm thinking, when's California gonna get theirs? Now I don't want anybody to get killed, but Haja, I want you to watch the live stream and hang out with us, and we'll help you. Okay, we're sorry what happened. Okay, that's a lot of people got killed, a lot of people just like that. Okay, but there's nothing you can do about it, and all you can do is help the families. send some money, maybe give them a donation, somewhere like that. But just keep pressing forward with your K1 visa. Keep pressing forward with your visa, okay? Let's see. Diana Figueroa. I sent an inquiry to, and they sent me my case number last week. Okay. Do you think they're going to send my case to the embassy this week? Which, remind me, which embassy? It depends on what's going on at the embassy. You know, how busy are they? Bogota's getting pretty busy now for my case. I don't know for you. I can't remind me which country, Diana, please. Ken Thompson. Hello, Pete B. Also from Minnesota. So Ken and Pete B. Okay, they're in Minnesota. Very soon you're going to be in freezing your backsides off because it's cold in the wintertime. That's why I live in Florida. But I'm sick of hurricanes. Honestly, I'm about had enough of hurricanes. I'm sick of hurricanes. Let's see. Tina, hello, Diego. What's going on, Tina? And contain this. My case number was created on July 29th, but still at the MVC. Well, that's because the embassy is busy. They can't send it to the embassy if the embassy's telling them, no, don't send it. That's why when you get the case number, you use the case number to keep a track of your case at the MVC. What's going on at the MVC? Then you find out what's going on. It says in transit, right? Ready status. That means the embassy took it. That's what you're looking for. Teja Sweeney, do we submit the DS-160 to the embassy before the interview? Yes. Submit it. Whoopslap, contain this. Are you sure it was created on July 29th? Did you read the Julian date on the case number? No, that's good information. Whoopslap is the professor here of the NOA2 letter. I like that. Guatemala. Okay, embassy in Guatemala. So that's Central America. So I think you'll be okay. I think they should send the visa there pretty soon. Guatemala's processing visas. Larry Albright. Hello, Diego. What's going on, Larry? And then contain this, put a Manila number in there. And Angel Tate, good night, everyone. I'm an October 2022 filer. I'm hoping to hear good news soon. Angel, they've already started adjudicating October K1 visas, October 2022 filers. They've already approved 20. Okay, that's pretty quick. And I just published a video for you guys about on the October filers. Tina, hi Diego. When fiance was approved his visa last Thursday in the embassy in Manila, what are your suggestions to prepare for adjustment of status after we get married? Okay, Tina, adjustment of status, okay, means you got to prove to the immigration people in Chicago that you guys are happily married in a real relationship. Okay, so what you got to do how do you prove that? How do you prove that? Well, you need to put your beneficiary needs to be on your car, title to your car, on the lease to your apartment or townhouse or house on wherever you live. You got to prove that you live together, okay, in cohabitation. Get your name on the electric bill, the water bill, the gas bill. Get a CVS card. Get a Sam's Club card. Get your family and friends to write letters to you congratulating you on your marriage addressed to both of you at your house where you live. That's proof of cohabitation. What you got to do is put together a strong visa package for your green card that proves you guys are real. If you have a honeymoon, take lots of pictures. On your wedding, take lots of pictures. Put at least 30 pictures of your wedding and your honeymoon in your adjustment of status paperwork. Okay? Put the names of the people on the photos, the date the pictures were taken, where the pictures were taken. You have to put together a package of information that when immigration read it, they are going to be 100% happy that you guys live together, you're happily married, and you will be married forever and ever, for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying? How do you prepare for adjustment of status? Just like I said, if you can get a state ID, you probably can't get a driver's license until you get your social security number. Okay? But once you get the social security number, get a driver's license, but you can't use it obviously for the adjustment of status. Get on the bank somehow. Get on the banking. If you can do that, become the POD, be the pay on death person. So your beneficiary, if you can't get them on your bank right away because you don't have a social security number, make them the beneficiary of your bank account and have the bank write a letter saying this person lives at this address, is the beneficiary in case the sponsor goes to heaven. Anything you can do and find to put your beneficiary's name with your name together where you live is what you got to do. Let's see. Your fiance, yeah, you're going to be fine. Like I said. Hi, Diego. This is Abdehali Keita. Hi, Diego. If there is not a date for the interview, we cannot pay the visa fee. You could try. It depends on the embassy. Every embassy's got their own way of doing business. Okay? Every embassy. Bogota, I got to fill out. Well, I don't. Karina has to fill out the DS-160 before we pay the visa fee. You fill out the DS-160, then you pay the visa fee. Unless they've changed that. It could change. Let's see. Contain this. We never got a welcome letter, but we have a case number. Use the case number. What you're concerned about now is your ready status. That's what you're looking for. Forget the invoice number. Work on your ready status from the embassy. Michael Wolford. Hello, Diego from Medellin. Beautiful. The town of Eternal Spring. Medellin, right? Eternal Spring. It's 80 degrees all year round, every day. 80 degrees in the night, in the daytime, 60, 65 degrees in the nighttime, every day. Our NOA2 was May 11th, case at MVC July 5th. Okay, our case number August 8th. Hope we all ship to Bogota tomorrow. Good. Well, that's good. NOA2 was May 11th. Okay, so my NOA2 was May 30th, so maybe I'm about 2 weeks in front of you right now. So probably towards the end of September for me. Good job, Michael. And give my best wishes to everybody in your family in Medellin. Cedric T. Hey, Diego, I did the DS-160 and I-134. I'm trying to reach out to our embassy to know where and when we can make the payment for the visa and schedule the medical appointment. But we can't reach them. Okay. Cedric T, you don't call the embassy to schedule the medical exam. Your beneficiary calls the doctor herself. Karina's going to call the doctor in Bogota and say, "Hey, I need to schedule a visa medical exam." Okay, the embassy doesn't do it. You got to do that yourself on the medical. If you can't pay the visa fee, there's got to be a way to pay that visa fee. Look in the U.S. travel docs. Look what their procedure is. But remember, medical exams are the responsibility of your beneficiary. Get on the phone, get it set up. Whoopslap, to contain this, they're chatting back and forth. Jacob Myers, good evening, Diego. Jacob, how are you, my friend? Are you talking to your beneficiary in the Philippines? Are you keeping him happy and chatting and maintaining contact, right? Okay, you're almost there. Didivon, hey Diego, I just sent my inquiry to the MVC. Did you get your welcome letter yet? No, Didivon. I think Karina's probably going to text me how many days it is. I never calculate it, but I think she messaged me saying it's 104 days, something like that, since our NOA2 letter. So we're pretty close to our welcome letter from the MVC. If we get it, we might just get a case number. Who knows? We'll find out. But am I going to cry about it? No. I got the visa approved. NOA2, everything's good. Okay? The MVC said they're going to ship it to the embassy as soon as, they'll tell me, they'll notify me when they've shipped it to the embassy. So I think maybe the embassy's busy. Christopher Stout, wow, it's in October. Started NOA2. Yes, that's correct. Cecilia Hemmer, hi Diego, the approval letter from the USCIS says that there should be a letter from the MVC after 2 weeks and that we should send the MVC an email Yeah, an inquiry. I sent an email over 3 weeks ago, but no response. Send another one. Hit them with another one. Boom. And then print that. Prove that you sent it. Okay? Evidence is the key. Remember, you're in a court of law of immigration, and words don't mean a thing. Evidence is what means anything in a court of law, right? You got to prove it. So send them an inquiry, print it, and you got your evidence that you're staying in touch with the NVC. Tina, so when compiling our packet for adjustment of status, it's going to be another packet we have to file, just like we did for the I-129F. Yes. Yeah, Tina, it is. You're exactly right. You're going to put together another packet just like you did for the I-129F for your K-1 visa. It's no difference other than you're going to fill out Form I-865, I-864, and I-693. That's your medical, okay? The important things to include in adjustment of status when you file for your green card, you must include these documents. The I-94 form, which you get from the Border Patrol website. Okay, that's proof, and that's the evidence that your beneficiary had a face-to-face chat with the Border Patrol when he entered the country. Okay, got to have the I-94 in your adjustment of status paperwork. You got to make out the check properly to Homeland Security, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. You got to file 2 separate adjustment of status paperworks or packages for each person. So if you bring 2 people to the USA, you got to fill out 2 adjustment of status paperworks, 2 I-865s, 2 I-864s, 2 I-693s, 2 I-94s. You got to include the marriage certificate in the adjustment of status paperwork, right? You got to prove that you got married. So you got to put in the marriage certificate, where you got married, in whatever state or parish, okay? Just, you know what to do. Y05, my friend Y05. Now, your beneficiary is in Venezuela, right? In Caracas. What medical condition will disqualify my fiance? I would say contagious diseases that cannot be treated, okay? Other than HIV. If you have HIV, it's protected. You can still come into the USA if you have HIV. But if you have a transmittable disease that's highly contagious, that will be a disqualifier, okay? That's about it. If there's medical conditions like she had a broken arm when she was a kid, but she's got the medical documentation there to show that it was fixed and all that. The immigration are looking for diseases that can be communicated, that can be transmittable. Okay, bad diseases that can be transmitted to other people. That's what they're looking for. Wolfslav is talking about they will ship your case. It always isn't exact. They gather cases for 2 weeks and ship them in bulk. That's right. Plataholic. Hello, Diego. Quick question. Do you know if a history of mental health issues will be an issue at the medical? Thanks for all the helpful information you provide us with. Yes. If somebody has mental problems, okay, and they have scars on their body from self-injury, that is going to be a big problem for the civil surgeon and the visa, okay? So that would be the only case. If somebody suffers from depression and they were on an anti-anxiety medication, things like that, as long as it's treated, that's no problem. But if the civil surgeon does an inspection of your arms, and he sees or she sees cuts on your wrists, that's self-inflicted injury. That's a problem. But that would be it. Mental illness, depression, it's treatable. Okay, but that would be the only time it would be a problem. Now, I'm not a doctor. And I'm not an immigration attorney, and I don't give you any legal or medical advice, none, okay? But that's just from information that I know from experience and from being in this visa process for 8 years now. I've been doing this for 8 years with 2 beneficiaries. But Karina, I promise, she's watching. You'll be here soon, okay? I promise you. So don't worry, Plataholic, on the mental health issues, okay? As long as there's no self-inflicted injuries. Thomas Besant, good evening, Diego. You are greatly appreciated. My stepson received NOI appointment letter for him to come in for a certificate of citizenship. He's 14 years old. He's currently in the Philippines. Well, how about that? Great job. Fantastic. Give him my best wishes. Isaac Medrano. Hey, Diego. Isaac here visiting Julia in Brazil. Yes, I remember. Still waiting for the welcome letter. Approved August 8th, 2023. Just came to drop off my taxes and everything for her. There you go. Get the I-134. Get your taxes, your W-2s, 1099s, letter from your employer, bank statements, 12 months worth. Pay stubs, 6 months worth. Get all that stuff. The I-134. Christopher Stout, I looked mine up. It looks like I'll hear something around September 23rd to October 19th, my November 9th, 2022. I should get mine like around that time. That's good. Cecilia Gomez, is Dominican Republic speeding up? They're processing K-1 visas pretty quick, Cecilia. They're doing a good job. They haven't seen anybody complaining. Nobody's had any issues out of that embassy that I can see. Thomas Besant, for 2 years and will return to the U.S. 11th and 20th grade studies. What should I do? His appointment is on the 26th. Huh? Thomas, explain yourself more clearly. For 2 years and will return to the U.S. I don't understand. Ashley Santana, paid our interview fee last Wednesday. Mercoles, still have no access to scheduling portal. Just a message that says they will email us once approved. Anyone have this message? This is Dominican Republic. So it looks like in the Dominican Republic, they're waiting for interview slots to open up. So they're processing lots of K-1 visas there, and they're waiting for a slot to open up. When it opens up, then you'll get the permission to schedule the interview. Y05, Diego, she's in Merida, Venezuela. Yeah, Merida is the district of Caracas. Merida is what, like I live in Santa Rosa County, but I live in Florida. Merida is like the district where she lives. Beautiful part of the Venezuela, beautiful country. It's a beautiful country. Marvell Campbell, I am an October filer. I am excited. Marvell, you're going to get NOA2 letter soon. Okay? Tina, thank you. No problem, Tina. And if you look through all the videos, page through all my videos, well, your videos, not my videos, page through the videos, you will find one that I made or two on adjustment of status and how to put it together and the documents that you require. I made videos about it. You just got to find them. I made like 600 plus videos for you guys. Use them. Use the videos so you get through this process. Y05, Diego, what if she's pregnant at the time of the medical exam? Will that denial prolong the K-1 visa? No. The only person that could prolong or deny the leaving, you're going to send it to Colombia, right? You're not going to send it to Mexico. You're going to process this K-1 visa through the embassy in Bogota, Colombia, right? Right? Y05. If she's 9 months pregnant at the K-1 visa interview, she will get her visa. Okay, if she's 9 months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant, 2 months pregnant, 2 weeks pregnant, she'll get her visa. But the airlines may not let her fly if she's 8 months or greater. So if she's 8 months or greater and you get her K-1 visa in her passport, if she's 8 months pregnant, the airlines may not let her get on the plane. Okay, for their insurance reasons. If she gives birth on the plane, then the airline is going to be held responsible. Could be a problem with the airlines. It's not going to affect immigration at all. Perfectly fine. Get pregnant? Fine. It's great. Congratulations. But you got to remember, if she's 8 or 9 months pregnant, when she gets her K-1 visa, the airlines may not let her get on the plane until she's had the baby. Won't affect you it won't affect the visa at all. So Tina, apply for a Social Security number right away. You can do it. I think you can go to the Social Security office and apply for it with your I-94, your K-1 visa, and your passport. Whoopslap says his cover letter has all the paperwork you need to gather, even if you do your packet differently. Marvel Campbell, thanks, Diego. No problem. Diddy Von, Diego, what's your opinion on how MVC is working? They have backlogs from June and July over how many? 30,000. MVC is, I mean, you know, they could probably use all the K-1 visas for insulation at the MVC right now. You know, they could build a big wall. All right. I mean, they're backed up with work. That's why I'm not getting overly, angry with them. Even though we've passed 104 days, according to Karina, since RNOA 2. So MVC's backlogged. That's correct. And Cecilia is given thanks to Diddy Von. Gary Higgins, thanks for your hard work and dedication to help us, but do you think the K-1 process will be made easier to do? Gary Higgins, the K-1 visa process isn't hard. It's easy. You got to prove three things, okay? The relationship is real, all right? You make enough money, the income is sufficient, and you don't have any felony criminal convictions. So you got to pass the civil part of it. You got to pass the income part of it, and you got to pass the judicial part of it. No criminal record. That's going to be felonies, especially towards kids and women, So it's not hard to put together a K-1 visa package. The hard part is not paying attention. People get in a hurry, okay? They get in a hurry. They don't take their time putting the visa package together, whether it's K-1 or adjustment of status. What happens? They get an RFE, something like that, okay? Just slow it down. When I sent Karina's K-1 visa package to the lockbox in Dallas, okay, I let it sit at my house for 3 days after I had completed it, and I read it 10 times every day for 3 days. 30 times I checked it. I made sure there was no errors with the passport number. There was no errors in the name. Date of birth were correct. I didn't mess up my name, her name, okay? Attention to detail. Study the paperwork, and you're going to be successful. The hard part's just waiting. Veronica Sanders, Ghana Embassy received letter from MVC status ready, but unable to set up an account on SEAC because no invoice number. Not positive what to do next. Okay, now you're going to wait for ready status, Veronica. When you get the ready status from the embassy in Ghana, then they'll give you an invoice number. If Ghana needs an invoice number, they may not even need it to process your visa. Y05, she's going to stay at my dad's house in Mexico. Okay. Would she be able to get in the United States via ground or bus? Sure. If she enters the United States, she'll get her K-1 visa at the embassy in Mexico, Ciudad Juarez, or Mexico City. She'll get her K-1 visa, and then she can ride the bus from Mexico to San Diego, let's say, or Mexico to, I don't know, let's say San Diego. When she gets to the Border Patrol crossing point, she'll be entering by land, not by air. So she'll get her I-94 probably processed a little differently. But you got to make sure, Y05, when she enters California or whichever way she comes in on the bus, that she has the I-94. They may just issue her a paper one because she's entering by land, not by air. So pay attention, Y05, on the I-94, okay? She's got to have it. You got to have that form to get the green card. So, and hopefully, then you can send her some money and help your dad out with the food and stuff. Sanila Sunny, hey Diego, I'm still waiting for NOA 2. I'm September 26th. So you're a September 26th, 2022 filer. Okay, so any day now. Any day now, Sonny, you're going to get your NOA 2 letter. Let's see. Sonny says, hey, I'm in the USA. My fiance is in India. Is it? Yes, it's Mumbai Consulate. Yes, Sonny. The embassy, the U.S. embassy is in New Delhi in India. Beautiful India. But K1 visas are processed at the consulate in Mumbai. Okay? So don't make that mistake. Don't send it to the embassy in New Delhi because they'll send her back home. Prashant Kumar, after approval of K1, do we have to buy the return ticket? No. At the customs port of entry? No. No, you buy a one-way ticket. Okay? Here's the deal. Let me use myself as an example. When I get this visa interview scheduled, once I get it scheduled at the embassy in Bogota, I'm on a plane flying to Colombia. When I get to Colombia, Karina has to make a visit to Venezuela very briefly to get some documents for immigration so she can leave Colombia. Okay? So I'll stay at home, in my apartment, take care of our cat, keep Tokyo happy, keep him fed and happy. We'll watch videos together. And so she'll go to Venezuela. She'll come back to Colombia. Then I'm going to buy one-way plane tickets, one way from Bogota to Miami, one-way plane tickets. I got to buy a plane ticket for the cat too. Can you believe it? Tokyo gets a plane ticket. I don't know what they're going to put on his name. They'll put his name on there, Tokyo, the cat. Okay? I'll put that in the adjustment of status paperwork. Hey, look, here's our cat. So I'm going to buy a one-way ticket to Colombia. Immigration's going to check me in Bogota, and they say, why are you buying a one-way ticket? I'm here to pick up my fiance. I'm leaving. Don't worry. Quit having a heart attack. Relax, immigration. I'll buy the plane ticket to leave Colombia as soon as we get this visa interview done. And they'll go, okay. Then I'll buy one-way tickets from Bogota to Miami. Do not purchase return trip tickets, ladies and gentlemen, to your home country. Don't do that. Let's see here. Y05, if she's pregnant, enter via land. Sure, there's no problem. It'll be easier to enter. It'll be probably. I don't think a bus company is going to stop your fiance from getting on a bus if she's pregnant. But airplanes will. If you are 8-9 months pregnant, airline companies have got every right not to let you on the plane. Let's see. Whoop Slap and Contain This are getting along great. They're chatting with each other. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego. I just came on and I missed it. Our K1's visas processing faster than before. Yeah, they're processing them faster in USCIS. But the problem we have now is at the MVC. The MVC is like floor to ceiling with K1 visas. And they're trying the best they can to get them processed and get case numbers issued and get them shipped to the embassies. And the embassies are getting backed up. But USCIS, they're doing great. They're knocking out visas in 11 months. Probably going to be faster than that, starting because October 1st is the fiscal year for the U.S. government. So October 1st, immigration will probably get some more congressional funding where they can hire more people. So USCIS is going to speed up. And I was watching on the embassy in Bogota, Colombia. They're hiring people. So if you're watching me from Colombia right now, if you live in Bogota, and if you need a job, they're hiring at the embassy. Let's see, what else we got? Diddy Vaughn, Diego, once fiance is in the U.S., how long until we can visit other countries? I would say until you get the green card, the 2-year probationary green card. Now, you could always apply for a advanced parole document, which is a piece of paper that says you can travel while waiting for the green card. And it's free. There's no cost for that. Okay? But I don't recommend you do that. I recommend that you come to the USA and wait for your green card, get your 2-year green card, and then plan on traveling. Okay, that's just my opinion. However long it takes to get the green card is how long you're going to have to wait before you can travel to other countries. But with Karina, okay, she's been waiting what, a year and a half to come to be with me in the USA. We're not going anywhere. We're staying in the USA. We're gonna go to Nevada for a vacation, I think. Maybe Utah or Nevada, out that way. Yaha Conte. Hi Diego. What's going on, Yaha? Prashant Kumar, after approval of K1 visa, how long do we have to enter the US? 6 months from the date of the medical exam. So when you get your medical exam, Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, you get your medical exam. There's a date on that medical exam. That's when the clock starts on your K1 visa. Okay? Don't let that clock run out. You've got 6 months from the date of your medical exam to use the K1 visa. Unless you're a K2 and you're going to travel, you're going to come later, and then it's good for 12 months, 365 days. Okay? If you're a K2, if your kid is in finishing up high school or whatever, the child can stay behind with some family members. The K2 visa is good for a year. The K1 visa is good for 6 months from the date of the medical exam. Thomas, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, Diego. That was a follow-up question about my 14-year-old stepson. He won't be able to go to his appointment to be sworn in this month for a certificate of citizenship. He won't be able to go to his appointment. Why not? Why not? Why? Thomas, what should I do concerning his appointment, being that he's in Manila? I don't know why he can't go to his certificate of citizenship. So is your K1, is his K2 visa before that or after that? What is the problem? Why can't he go to the appointment? What's the issue? Cecilia, Y05, we're still waiting on her passport, 3 months, and you said it usually takes 6 months. It's about 6 months. She'll be staying at my dad's, which is one lives there. He's in the States. Will she need my letters of references? Any letters of references? Will she need a letter of reference to stay at your dad's house? Probably not. As long as your dad tells the neighbors what's going on, there's no problem. Tell the neighbors. If I want, when I'm in Colombia, I got somebody who watches my house here. I told all the neighbors, if you see somebody strange going in and out of my house, it's my friend. Don't call the police. He's my friend. He cuts my yard. Randall Wheat, do you know if Philippines would allow me in the country without having a return ticket? It would be so much easier purchasing mine and her return ticket once I get there. Here's what I would do. I think it's tough to do that, Randall. I think it's difficult. Once you enter the Philippines, you got to have a return ticket, okay? And also that applies to like Singapore, Indonesia, those countries. But here's what I would do. I would buy the one-way ticket and go to the Philippines. And then if immigration question you about it, you tell them I'm here to pick up my fiance, and then we're going to fly back to the USA once this visa stuff is done. Have all your immigration paperwork in your hand where you can prove that. The welcome letter, whatever you can prove, the NOA-2 letter. If you can convince immigration in the Philippines, in Manila, that you're going to leave the Philippines as soon as you get this immigration stuff wrapped up, they'll probably let you stay on a one-way ticket. But if the immigration officer turns out to be a stick in the mud, all right, and the worst thing that will happen is they will make you buy a return ticket at the airport in Manila. Okay, but if you have your fiance meet you at the airport, and if you have your NOA-2 letter and your welcome letter and all the evidence of the immigration process, you may be just fine. The immigration officer will make that final decision. What would I do? I'd buy a one-way ticket to the Philippines and then hash it out with the immigration officer. If they try to make me buy a return ticket, I said, I will. As soon as I get this immigration thing done, you'll be all right. You just got to put on your Hollywood smile and don't get mad at the immigration officer. Y05. I mean, will she need any letters of reference for the K1 process? Sure. I would get 2 letters of reference for the K1 process. 2 letters. I think Karina, we got 2 from Karina, one from my friend that lives down the road, my house sitter. He wrote one for me. And then Karina's family and friends wrote one. Sure. Prashant Kumar, my SEAC status shows issued. Issued. What do you mean issued? How do I know that my visa is ready to pick up? Well, if it was issued, then you should have received an email from the embassy telling you where to pick it up. They should tell you where to get it. Yaha Conte, how long does it take to have your welcome letter from the embassy in Senegal? What I would do is once you get your ready status, Yaha, you get your ready status, send an email to the embassy in Senegal and say, hello, this is me. Here's my case number, my invoice number, my passport number, my date of birth, my name. I'm checking in, and ask for the welcome letter, which is packet 4, or the list of instructions for your visa. That's what I'm going to do. As soon as I get that case number, and then I get the ready status from the embassy in Bogota, Colombia. As soon as I get the ready status, I'm going to send an email to the embassy in Bogota. Dear embassy immigration people, it's me again. It's me again. Here's Karina's passport number. Here's her date of birth. Here's her name. Here's her case number. Here's the invoice number. What do I do? But of course, I know what to do. I'm just going to play stupid and ask them, what do I do? And then they'll feel sorry for me, and they'll send me the packet 4, the welcome letter. Let's see here. Faris Hassan, hey Diego, are they going to finish September cases, or are they slowing down since they're starting October? No, they had not even halfway done with September. They got still lots of September cases to go, but they started October. And the only way they can do that is they probably hired more people. They trained them, and all those new people that they've trained back 6 months ago, they've been on training for 6 months. They threw them into the lion's den and said, okay, go ahead and adjudicate K1 visas. So that's what's going on. All the new people have been thrown into the lion's den. They've completed their training, and USCIS are now processing visas quicker. September included. They'll get to them. Let me see. AS Mara LLC. Okay, AS Mara LLC. What is that, a company? What kind of company is AS Mara LLC? Tell us about your company. What do you do? What is good news? Did you get your welcome letter? No. Not yet. We've blown past 100 days. But the embassy is busy. And the embassy is probably backed up with cases. Y05. She only has her mother as a known family member. Will that count? Sure. Her mom can do that. Write a letter of congratulations to her daughter. And, sure, get it done. Faris Hassan, what's the longest it could possibly take for September cases to be done? I am really getting impatient. Well, Faris, the secret to a successful K1 visa is patience. That's the secret. Okay, the paperwork is easy, the process is easy, and the secret is patience. So don't be impatient. Diddy Vaughn, how is MVC working on July if June not yet done? Well, not everybody's K1 visa's the same. This isn't a cookie cutter process. Approved. It doesn't work that way. They have to investigate. A K1 visa, okay, it's like a resume, a job interview, and a security check all wrapped up into one. And it takes time. Everybody's visa is different. My visa package was 4 albums this thick. 4 albums of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like this. When the plane takes off from California to New Hampshire with my visa package in it, package in, the tail's going to have a hard time getting off the ground. Let's see here. What's the longest it could take, Faris? I don't know. But before the end of the year. Diddy Von, how is MVC working on July if June not done? Like I said, every visa's different. Asmara LLC. Asmara is the capital city of Eritrea. Well, look at that. Excellent. I do a trucking business and I am a truck driver. Well, you are a capitalist entrepreneur, and I'm glad to make your acquaintance. And, feel free to promote your company on this channel. This is your YouTube channel. You can promote your business here if you want to. And I learned something new today. Mohammed Al-Sarraj. Hey, Diego, I just updated my new address last week, and my passport will expire soon. And if I keep updating my information to the USCIS every time, do you think they will make the case to take more time? Well, if your passport is going to expire soon, you need to get a new passport. Okay? You can't go in with an expired passport. Get a new passport. Get it done. Tomorrow, what's today? I don't know. What's today? Is it Monday? Tomorrow, get your passport. Apply for it. GLK Dog 01, I just got an RFE today, but just going to put my K1 visa backlog. An RFE is no big deal. You forgot something. You forgot to put something in the package. You forgot to check a box on your I-129F, something like that. When they'll send you the RFE, process it, send it back, and it continues on. You'll get your K1 visa approved. You just slowed the process down a little bit. Asmara LLC, my fiance is in Ethiopia. Very nice. Diddy Von, haha, Diego, package so big, MVC got backlog. Yeah, MVC's backlogged. It's life, right? John Labatt, Diego, to enter the Philippines, a person has to have a return ticket. My thought is just to make an exit ticket to say Thailand. It's very tricky to have one-way ticket to Philippines in a U.S. And I know, John, it's difficult. You got to have a return ticket to enter the Philippines. So buy you a ticket to the Philippines, and then buy you a continuation ticket to Thailand. And when you get to the Philippines and check through immigration, cancel the ticket to Thailand. You do that. That's a plan, right? Just an idea. But I know you got to have a return ticket to enter the Philippines, or else you're going to get stuck. They will force you to buy a ticket at the gate. Jesus Carreno. Hey, Diego, my case was received October 7th, 2022. How much longer for my NOA 2? My fiance and I are eagerly waiting for this. Well, I can understand, Jesus. So this in the next 2 weeks, maybe sooner, you'll get your NOA 2 letter. Very soon, okay? Unless you made a mistake in the visa package and you got an RFE. That would be the worst case scenario. But in about 2 weeks, you'll hear from immigration. Chandi Priya Rangavajala. Hi, Diego. In the MVC letter, it says I-129F petition is approved and is valid for 4 months. My petition is about to expire. No, it's not. And I didn't book my interview appointment. How can I extend it? You don't have to. Here's what you do to extend your 4-month window of time on your NOA 2 letter. You send an inquiry to the MVC. Okay? Dear MVC, what's the status of my visa? Right? You go into MVC inquiry, you put in your receipt number, you put in your beneficiary's name, date of birth, your relationship to the sponsor, you write your little love note to the MVC. MVC, my darling, what is the status of my visa? And then 5 days later, they'll send you a reply back saying, we don't have it yet, or it's in transit, or here's your case number, whatever. That extends your K1 visa NOA 2 letter automatically. You just got to stay in touch with the MVC, with immigration. So if your 4 months goes by and passes, your visa is not expired, okay? Relax. But you do need to send an inquiry to the NVC so that they know you haven't forgotten about your visa. Okay. Jesus, you got it? Send an inquiry to the NVC like today. In a week from now, you'll get a response. Print that email from the NVC, print the response. It will be date coded, time date that you requested the information, print it, and your visa gets extended. You got it? Chandy, hi Diego in the NVC. Yeah, so Chandy, you got it? Jesus, I thought you asked me the question. It was Chandy's question. Chandy, you understand that, right? Send an inquiry to the NVC, print the email, print the response. That's communication with the NVC. That's evidence of communication that extends your NOA2 letter. Let's see, John Labatt, they check before you enter the boarding inspection. Ooh, okay, John, get you a ticket on continuing on to Thailand, and then cancel it in Manila. GLK Doggo 1, how long does it take after you send the RFE to answer back? Depends on what the RFE is. What's the problem? What depends on what the issue is. Usually 2 to 4 weeks. John, that's my plan. There you go. Chandy, sure, thanks a lot. Okay, Chandy, so I just saved you from a headache, right? You're gonna go to bed, you're gonna sleep like a little baby, and not worry about that 4 months expiration date, because it's not going to expire. As long as you send an inquiry, your visa continues in process. The NOA2 says in 2 weeks or a month to send an inquiry. We will do that. Okay. Didivon, how long is too long a wait for NVC letter? 90 days. After 90 days, start sending inquiries. Reda Afruk, hello, Mr. Diego. Any news how long it takes to get approved NOA2? Well, they're getting done in 11 months now. 11 months. So that's pretty quick. But the thing we have issues with now is the NVC is slow. Okay? The NVC is slow, and the embassies are getting backed up. We need to call the plumber and unplug the drain. And then Whoopslap's talking to John. I know it says that online, talking about plane tickets. GLK Doggo 1, I forgot the letter of intent to marry. There you go. If you didn't put your letter of intent to get married in there, your RFE is going to be a letter. You're going to have to provide your letter of intent to get married. If you have any wedding plans, you got to produce those, things like that. So if you have any wedding plans, you better have some wedding plans in place. Okay? Include that when you send the RFE back. But you got to have 2 letters of intent to get married. One from you, Mr. Sponsor, and one from your beneficiary. Muhammad Nagai. Hi, sir. Now, my dad is Sir. I'm Diego. Did my medical exam August 30th, and my interview is October 13th. How will I know the results of my medical? Well, the doctor will tell you. They're going to send the results to the embassy. If there's any problems, they'll tell you. All right. If there are any issues, the doctor will tell you. If there's no issues, you won't hear from the doctor, and the packet will go straight to the embassy. In your case, in Kenya. GLK Doggo 1, I need help. If the letter to intent, my wife has to send me one, and I have to send her one too. No. GLK Dog, where are you at? Are you in America, or are you with your beneficiary in our home country? Where are you? You need to write a letter of intent to get married, GLK Doggo 1. You got us, and in the letter of intent to get married, listen up now, write this down. This is very important. You must include in the letter of intent to get married these 3 things. Number 1, you are a U.S. citizen. Dear Mr. Immigration Officer, I'm a U.S. citizen. You got to put number 2. I am legally free and able to marry my beneficiary. Spell out her name. Number 3, I'm a U.S. citizen, and you got to say you're going to get married within 90 days. It's a legal contract. The letter of intent to get married is the cornerstone of your K-1 visa package. You need two of them. And then your beneficiary writes the same thing. Okay? Now, if your beneficiary is in the Dominican Republic, can she speak English? Can she speak fluent English? Yes or no? If she cannot speak fluent English, she has to write her letter of intent to get married in Spanish. She can speak fluent English. Okay. So then she can write her letter of intent to get married in English. You write your letter of intent to get married in English. Your beneficiary will write this. My name is, I am a citizen of the Dominican Republic. I am legally free and able to get married. And I promise the U.S. government that I will get married to my sponsor within 90 days of arriving in the USA. You got to include that in the letter, yours and hers. Very important. Okay? If you don't, there's a problem. There's going to be a problem. Somebody. Okay, got it? Write your letter of intent to get married, GLK dog. I promise to marry my beneficiary within 90 days of her arriving in the USA. I'm a U.S. citizen. I am legally free and able to marry her. Those must be in the statement. And then you fill the letter up with all kind of fluffy stuff. We're madly in love. We miss each other. We have fantastic wedding plans in place. We're going to have our honeymoon here. The family's invited, blah, blah, blah. Do all the fluffy stuff in the letter of intent to get married. All right? All the lovey-dovey fluffy stuff. All right? Do all that. Okay? But you got to include in the letter, I'm a U.S. citizen, I'm legally free and able to marry, and I will do so within 90 days. Boom. There you go. And then you sign it, and you date it, and you make a copy of the letter, and then you make a copy of the entire RFE package. You call your beneficiary up in the Dominican Republic. Hey, I need a letter of intent to get married. Write it. Just like I explained it. I'm from the Dominican Republic. I'm legally free and able to marry. I'm a citizen of the Dominican Republic. I promise to marry my sponsor, your name, within 90 days. And then she fills the rest up with fluff. She signs it and dates it. And then she sends it to you, FedEx or DHL. Then you got two letters, one from her and one from you. That covers your base, okay? That will satisfy immigration, and you're good. The RFE will get checked off, and you'll get your K-1 visa approved. But they may ask you for wedding plans too, because you forgot to include the letter of intent. You got it? So put some wedding plans together, you know? Email the courthouse. Get an email back. Hey, my beneficiary, my fiance is from Dominican Republic. We want to get married. We're thinking about getting married here. Can you tell me what the process is? They'll reply back to you. Well, this is the process. Print the email. That's wedding plans. Okay? Jesus Carreño. Thank you so much for replying, Diego. You're the best. Well, you're the best. I'll stay tuned for that approval. Staying positive and optimistic. Yeah, you're going to get it. You're all going to get your K-1 visas. When? Okay. Well, it's not going to be any longer than 20 months for the whole thing. If you it used to be 24 months from A to Z. Now it's 20 months. You know, so I'm at about what? 17 months right now. So in the next 3 months, everything will be good for Karina, maximum. I don't count days. Counting days drive you insane. Let me see here. Jesus, also, did you inform already the good news for filers of October? I made a video about it, Jesus, and I just published it. It's in YouTube somewhere. It's in the YouTube land somewhere. In this channel. John Labatt, I'm happy you went and returned. That's awesome. So this is Philippines. You're talking to Whoopslap. GLK Doggo 1. Thank you, Diego. Thanks for your help. Yeah, make note. Write these 3 things. GLK Dog, you got to write down these 3 things so you don't forget. When you write the letter of intent to get married, you must state in the letter, I am a U.S. citizen. I am legally free and able to marry my beneficiary. Spell out her full name, middle name included. And I promise you, Mr. Immigration Officer, to do so within 90 days. And then you fill out the rest of the letter with fluff. But those three statements right there are mandatory in the letter. Y05, I think I already asked you this, but if everything goes fine with the K1 visa with my fiance, would we be able to do something for her mother to bring her to the USA? Yes, absolutely. But here's what I recommend you do, okay? Remember, Y05, you just sponsored somebody, your K1 visa, your beneficiary, your beautiful bride from Venezuela. So you sponsored her. So when you do the adjustment of status for her green card, immigration is going to have a record of you sponsoring a person to the United States who is here. So that person is going to become an additional dependent that you have to file when you do the adjustment, when you do the request for the mother. My recommendation is when your fiance from Venezuela becomes a U.S. citizen, gets a U.S. citizenship, focus on that, then your wife can apply for her mom, stand alone as a U.S. citizen. And then that doesn't mess up your, you already being the person that has sponsored somebody. It helps with the financial side of things, okay? Wait till she's a citizen, all right? That's just what Karina, I want to bring Karina's mom to the United States also, okay? I got plenty of room. So when Karina becomes a citizen, which we're working on, we're going to teach her English and learn. She's learning about the history of America and the Constitution and the Congress and all that. Once she's learning all about America. When she's an American citizen, she gets her passport, then we'll apply for her mom. She will. I won't. Karina will apply for her mom. Okay? Because it will be the first time she has sponsored anybody. For me, it will be the fourth time. So I won't be able to probably do it. But Karina can do it. Tina, Diego, my fiance's medical expiration is November 30th. Before then, in my understanding, he has to enter the U.S. before then. Does that also mean that we have to submit the adjustment of status packet before November 30th? Well, the medical exam is good for 2 years in the USA. Okay, once you get to the United States, it's good for 2 years. So if the Border Patrol do not take your medical package from you when you check in, you're good to go. But if they open up that envelope and they take it, that medical exam is now null and void. So once you get to the United States, you're going to have to redo the medical exam, okay? By a civil surgeon, approved by the State Department. So what Karina and I are going to do is when she gets to the United States after we get married, I'm just going to get her medical exam done in Pensacola. There's a doctor over there that has been approved by the State Department. I found out his name, and we'll go repeat the medical exam. We'll have all our vaccination documents in her case, and we're going to file that new medical exam for her green card. And then we're going to have the doctor fill out 2 I-693 forms, one for her and one for immigration. So if immigration lose by accident, I can't find it, we got a backup, okay? So my recommendation, Tina, is to redo the medical exam in the United States. Redo it. Border Patrol is probably going to take the one that you got done in your beneficiary's home country. They could take it. Then you got to get a new one anyway. Lots and lots and lots of people are filing for their green cards, their adjustment of status, thinking in their head that immigration has their medical exam on file somewhere. They don't. So I have seen, I would say out of 10 RFEs, okay, 8 of them were, where's your medical exam? Where's it at? Well, we did it in our home country. We thought you had it. No, you got to repeat it. If you don't have that sealed envelope in your hand when you get through immigration at Miami International Airport or LAX or New York City in Queens, JFK in Queens, if you don't have that medical exam in a sealed envelope, in your hand for the adjustment of status paperwork, you have to repeat the medical exam over again. All right? Now, the vaccination documents are yours. They're your personal property, so you can keep them in your bag. You know, they're not going to take those. But you got to show the vaccinations for the green card. So, did that help you, Tina? Did that help you? Just repeat the medical exam in the USA. You don't have to worry about it. Just pay the money. Repeat it. Let's see. John Labatt, Diego, I have encountered on your live ads pop up and delete my message or reroute me to ads when I return all is lost. That's not good. So YouTube is spamming you somehow for ads. I don't like that. You should be able to be on this channel unmolested. Thanks for the information. I don't, if a company comes to me, let's suppose a company comes to me and says, hey, Diego, you got 350,000 people watching your channel. Will you sell this product on your live stream? Guess what I'm going to say? No, I'm not. This is your channel. Okay. This is a nonprofit channel. Okay. I'm not trying to make money off of this thing. YouTube runs ads. And if you send me super chats, that's appreciated. And Karina will spend that money with me in Colombia at dinner in restaurants. Okay. But if companies try to hit me up, and offer to pay me to sell their stuff, I'm not going to do it. So that way you don't get interrupted on your live stream. That way I don't have to stop for 2 minutes and talk about something that's got nothing to do with anything that you don't want. All right. Let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody's questions. So I'm sorry about that, John. John Diddy Von's talking to Jen Ganesh. Jen Ganesh, Diego, can you give us an average how long the case will stay at the MVC? It can go in transit. Well, I'm at 100 and something. Karina messaged me and told me 104 days for us. So I don't know. They're backed up. There's 30,000 something plus cases at the MVC. And then Jen Ganesh is talking to Diddy Von. Tina, okay, thank you. A few weeks ago, I found out local civil surgeon near where I live. It's pretty pricey. There ain't nothing cheap about a K1 visa, Tina. It's nothing cheap. It's going to be expensive for me too. But you know what? It's only money, and you can make more money. But you only have one loved one, right? You only have one person that you want to be with. So you do what you got to do. And you take care of business, right? Like Elvis Presley would say, TCB, taking care of business. Get it paid, slap it on your credit card, and pay it off as you go. Diddy Von, good news. Thank you, guys. Okay, Diddy Von, what's the good news? Somebody got their visa approved? I don't see. When you guys are chatting together amongst yourselves, I don't interrupt you. This is your YouTube channel. This is for you guys. You're welcome. John Labatt, you're welcome. It's happened more than a few times. It happened when I was writing to Whipslap. Diego, I don't sweat the stuff, just wanted to know for the information. Well, thanks for telling me, because I can't see that from here. Okay? I can't see that. This is your YouTube channel. This is free. I'm on here, okay, for you guys, to give you all this knowledge and data dump it to you guys so you can get your K1 visa, so you don't have to get an immigration attorney, so you save money and you learn the process for free. Okay? I will not turn this channel into a commercialized me selling earmuffs. I won't do it. No matter how much they offer me. Okay? I'm not gonna sell out the channel. Bud Garcia, hello Diego. My NOA 1 was September 19th, 2022. When do you think I will get my NOA 2? Do I need to take anything to my fiance in October? Bud Garcia, you should get your NOA 2 probably first week of October, somewhere in there. And yeah, you got to bring stuff to your fiance. I-134, your tax returns, your tax transcripts, your 1040s, your 1099s, your pay stubs, Let me see. Pay stubs, your bank statements, 12 months worth of bank statements, or a letter from your bank telling the immigration officer how much money you got in your bank. You know. Let's see. So Bud Garcia, does that help you? Y05, Diego, how many letters of recommendation will I need? I would get three maximum, no more than three. Tina, LOL, yes, Diego. Okay, Tina, hang in there, Tina. And Jim Ganesh, thank you, Diego. We appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys too. And I'm sorry if there's any pop-ups, if any commercials are throwing their weight around on here, interrupting the live stream. I can't stop it. Okay, YouTube runs that. Okay, but I can stop it on my end by not allowing commercial entities to use the channel using me to sell something. Okay, I won't do that. I will not do that. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. We had a great live stream. If you got any more questions, I'll hang around. I don't want to, there was a gentleman that had a question about Indonesia. You can accompany your beneficiary to the embassy interview in Indonesia. I got the information right here on my phone, and I waited so I didn't make a mistake, because this channel is 100% accurate, and if I make a mistake, I correct it right away. But right here, I got a message, the U.S. Embassy, Jakarta, Indonesia. Petitioners may accompany the applicant to the visa interview, or if the applicant is not fluent in English, one interpreter may attend. So there you go. Bud Garcia, yes, it does. Thank you very much. You are doing a great job, Bud. I'm here. I'm going to hang out with you guys. Y05. Who do you recommend getting letters of recommendation? Mainly, it's better to get them from friends that in Venezuela. Get 2 letters from friends in Venezuela that know your beneficiary. Like Karina. Karina's got friends all over the place. Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Colombia. I mean, she's a social butterfly. Okay, I could have got 100, 200 letters of recommendation for her. She got plenty of friends. Okay, but 3, get two friends from Venezuela that have known your beneficiary, your fiance, for longer than 2 years, at least 2 years or more. Okay, and just have them write a letter. Have them write it in Spanish. Both letters can be written in Spanish from the friends, and then have the mom write a letter from the family. So you got 1 from the family and 2 from 2 friends. Get them written in Spanish, because I'm pretty sure that your beneficiary's friends don't speak English. All right, get them in Spanish, then translate them into English for the embassy. Diddy Vaughn, thank you, Diego, for your help. Much love from New York. Diddy Vaughn, we salute everybody in New York. It's getting close to winter. Better get ready for the snow. It snows in New York, trust me. I was in Staten Island in 1982 and got stuck in a blizzard. I got stuck in Staten Island. I was at my aunt's house, living with her. I told my aunt, I can't get out of the house. She said, go to the second floor, walk out on the easement, and jump to the left, because that's where the sidewalk is. And then you'll get to the sidewalk and then clear a path to the front door. I said, okay. So I cleared a path to the front door for my aunt in Staten Island. And then the neighbor came out. Hey, can you clear my path too? So I cleared his path. And then I did 3 paths. I cleared all this snow, okay, off these sidewalks and pathways. And then I went back to my aunt and said, hey, what's for dinner? This was in the afternoon. That's how hungry I was. So she made me a big lunch. And then 2 days later, I said, hey, take me to JFK in Queens, John F. Kennedy International Airport. She goes, for what? I said, I'm going to Florida. I'm not staying here. It's too cold. I just cleared 3 yards of snow. If I live here, it's going to kill me. So I flew to Jacksonville, got on a Greyhound bus, and then went to Fort Walton Beach, got off the bus, and found a job. That was, some 40 years ago. Jeff Mantalk, thank you, Diego. Diddy Vaughn, thank you, Diego. Gotcha. Tina, K1 visa isn't cheap. No, but whatever it takes to be reunited with our loved ones, whatever it takes. John Labatt, not to interrupt, as this is the last time I was directed to Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness. I have to click and listen in order to get back to the live. No worries. Well, Planet Fitness isn't paying me for that, so YouTube is running that show, not me. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but they don't have my permission to do that. Okay, but YouTube controls the platform. This is YouTube's platform, so whatever they do, they do. And I respect the company. You know, YouTube put this together, and without this platform, I wouldn't be able to give you all this information. Bud Garcia, what is the recommendation letter? Is that something we need? Letters of recommendation are from family members or friends to attest to the relationship. Like my friend, Michael, okay? He wrote a letter for me 2 pages long. I mean, he's known me forever, you know, 40 years, something like that. And he wrote a letter saying, I've known Diego for 40 years. He's lived here this many years. He's been engaged in dating Karina for over 3 years. I mean, he just wrote all that stuff in a letter. Immigration reads it. They want to see proof that the relationship is real. So whatever you can put in a letter to attest to the relationship, like this, you could say, well, I've been friends on Facebook with so-and-so for 8 years, and I've been watching this relationship grow on Facebook with X and Z, and I promise and I can attest and I swear that the evidence that I have collected on this relationship is real, and these folks are in love with each other, blah, blah, blah. A letter like that. Let's see. John Labatt. Yeah, Planet Fitness, seriously. Bud Garcia, I got you answered on that. And Hitchum Ajurid. My NOA 1 date is February 2023. Let me see. When will the interview be, if you take a guess? Algeria. Okay. So February 2023, so probably by the summer of 2024. That's a guess. Summer of 2024. Okay. Hitchum. Diddy Vaughn. Yeah, the snow ain't no joke. I remember I was in the blizzard of 82 in Staten Island. I got snowed into my aunt's house. Now, she passed away now. She's in heaven, bless her soul. But I told her, I said, Aunt, I love you, but I ain't staying here. I'm going where it's hot. Okay, so, all right, guys, I've been talking an hour and 17 minutes. Today's Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for the next live stream. Karina sent me a message. I don't know what she said here. Okay, here's the message from Karina. Okay, Karina. Now, it's in Spanish, but I'll translate it into English. She says, Tokyo is watching me on the TV for many minutes. Tokyo is our cat. Okay, so our cat, Tokyo, is sitting on the bed watching me on TV doing the live stream from Bogota. So I've got Tokyo entertained at the very least. And with that said, guys, you have a good night. And Diddy Vaughn, Karina, tienes un gran hombre. See, so Diddy Vaughn says that Karina has a good guy, a big guy. Thanks, Diddy Vaughn. Hasta luego, and I'll see you Wednesday, 7 p.m.